Hi again, YouTube. This is Keisha. I'm back for my week 19. I always sort of do like a before and after video. I don't post regularly, but when I do, I kind of put some thought into it. So this video is going to be about creating positive change. My last video, I was not feeling sorry for myself, but just being honest about my feelings and my fears and some of my frustrations, and that's what this community is for. So I think it's important, I think it's important that we all acknowledge our feelings and feel comfortable to do that, and I certainly have. But at the same time, if what I'm doing isn't working, I have to try to get back up on the horse and create some positive change. So I made a list of things that I think that I could be doing to improve my weight loss that maybe I have not been doing as much of. I will say, I said in my last video, if you didn't see it, that I have only lost, I think, like 2 pounds in the last month, and in the last 2 months, maybe 3 pounds or something. I have been hovering, around 240, and then I finally got down into the 230s, and like the very top of the 230s, like 239, 238, 237, and I'm really having trouble every time I get into a new 10-pound weight increment. I have a really hard time getting from the 9 down into the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So when I start changing my weight, I find I stall and my body does not want to release that weight and keep going. So instead of crying and getting upset about it, I have a sleeve, so it's not going anywhere, neither am I, so I just have to try and shift some stuff. And so anyway, I wanted to make a video for anyone else who might be stalling and might be frustrated like me and wondering, like, gosh, I feel like I'm doing all these positive things. Why is this not working? So first of all, if it's not corny, I want to start with a little poem that I read that kind of turned my thinking around today, and not to be Hallmark or anything, but I thought I would read it to you. It's about pain, basically, in life, and that it has a purpose, and that we go through struggle for a purpose. So this is by Khalil Gibran, and the book is The Prophet, and here it goes. And a woman spoke, saying, "Tell us of your pain." And he said, "Your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding. Even as the stone of the fruit must break, that its heart may stand in the sun, so must you know pain. And could you keep your heart in wonder at the daily miracles of your life, your pain would not seem less wondrous than your joy. And you would accept these seasons of your heart, even as you have always accepted the seasons that pass over your fields. And you would watch with serenity through the winters of your grief. Much of your pain is self-chosen. It is a bitter potion by which the physician within you heals thy sick self. Therefore, trust thy physician and drink thy remedy in silence and tranquility." So I read that today, and I was packing, and I found this book, and it was given to me when I was in high school, and it's kind of a classic book, meditations and such on life, and it's pretty powerful. I love it. I'm not necessarily a Bible reader, so this kind of does some of the same things. And so when I read that, I started thought, I'm being challenged in my weight loss, and this is a challenge I've been going through my whole life. So yes, it's frustrating because it's a problem that keeps on going, and so must I. So and also, I think that the struggle that we have to lose weight will make our weight loss sweeter in the long run. So, that being said, I'm starting my new year a little late today. I think that's the 7th. I'm going to start my new year on the 7th in this 2017. And so these are the changes that I'm vowing to make to try and make my weight loss happen. I'm going to continue to eat low carb and low sugar. I'm going to continue to really not drink, if at all possible, and focus on protein and water and exercise like I have been doing. But there's some things that definitely I think that I'm going to change, that I think I could change. I have a history of not sleeping very well, and I'm also a night owl, so I tend to stay up late at night, and especially when I'm not working the next day, I stay up till like 1 in the morning watching movies and just like reading and puttering around and stuff. And so waking up, I don't always have a reason to wake up either because I'm not going to work right now. So this is something that maybe is disrupting my weight loss, I think. So my sort of commitment is to get up and go to bed at a consistent time every night. So I'm shooting for 11 to 11:30. I don't have to wake up until 8 o'clock in the morning, even if I was to have to go to work. So I think that's fine for me. I think 11 is a good time. Earlier is better, but I would like to wake up by 8 in the morning. And so I'm going to commit to going to bed, even if I'm not tired, and just, even if I have to read, just going and being in bed by 11 and waking up, even if I don't feel like it, by 8 or 8:30 at the very latest if I'm not working. So then I'm going to eat within 30 minutes of waking. This is something I do not do. Even though I think I'm eating so well, a lot of times I just put a little Premier Protein in my coffee, and I will stick with that until like 1 o'clock in the afternoon or noon. I'm just not that hungry in the morning. So, I'm not probably starting my day off all the time. My trainer always tells me, like, you need to eat a little tiny bit of carbs in the morning and some protein, and you need to train your stomach to start eating and digesting your food early in the day. So I think I'm eating well, but I'm not starting early enough, and I need to eat within 30 minutes of waking. So that is another thing I'm going to commit to. I'm going to start my day with water before my coffee. I have to drink a full 8 ounces of water. Someone said to put lemon in it, that's good also, and maybe to make it like warm water with lemon, and it just is good for your digestive system to get it going. I'm going to start timing my meals also. So I'm watching the time of my bedtime and my rising, and I'm going to start I have a schedule kind of anyway for my food, but I'm not paying attention to it. I'm just eating when I'm hungry. So I'm going to start getting more regimented, I guess is what I'm saying. I'm going to start food prepping again. I buy food to food prep, but I think because I might have been a little depressed lately since the holidays and a little down, that tends to kill my motivation. And so I haven't been food prepping the way I was for a while. So I do keep good food in the house, but I don't always have it ready to go. And maybe I think I'm not eating enough protein with vegetables. A lot of times I'll just go straight for the protein and that's it. I don't really eat the vegetables. Most of my day is either a protein shake or yogurt or cottage cheese and like some meat, chicken, or fish. And I might get in one vegetable a day, but I think I need to eat more roughage and start having more balanced meals instead of just trying to eat like 2 or 3 ounces of protein all the time. I might be overdoing the protein and not being, balanced enough in my nutrients. So I'm going to commit to more cardio and more sweat. I've been working out with weights, and it is difficult, but I don't sweat that much. So I think I could be putting in more sweat equity in my cardio, and I've been being kind of lazy about that because I feel like, well, I'm working out with weights and I'm doing that, 3 hours a week. So evidently it's not enough. So I got to step it up. I'm going to also have to schedule in that time to work out because it's not something I love doing. So I think that I'm going to have to start scheduling my morning and living by a schedule more. And this is difficult. I'm kind of an artistic personality type. Some people might call it ADD or squirrel. And I tend to just get up and go, and I'm, kind of spontaneous and just start going, and I don't plan as much as I should. So I'm going to try and be a little bit more businesslike about my diet and make plans and stick to them and make times and stick to those. Lastly, I'm going to stop eating at least 2 hours before going to bed, preferably at 9 p.m. And I'm going to think more positive thoughts and have more positive visualization about losing weight. I was reading something in a Andrew Weil book about health and healing, and he said that a lot of sadness and depression is caused by our own thoughts and basically just dwelling on the negative thoughts that we have, and they're not anything but just our brain turning on us. The negativity and the bad, sad, scary things that we think about, aren't even real yet. So I'm going to try and live more in the present moment, not look back on like, why aren't I doing better, and not look ahead to like, when am I going to be thinner, but I'm just going to do the best I can right now, this day, and try and focus more on that and really try and curb my thinking. Because I think that since I'm facing some scary stuff and I'm feeling really afraid that I'm not going to lose my weight, I'm letting that get to me, and it's creating more of the same. So I don't know if this helps anyone, but I just wanted to come back with a more positive video and a more positive attitude. And, you know, losing weight is one of those things. I think it's like it's like putting together a puzzle or something, and everyone's puzzle looks a little different. So clearly what I'm doing isn't working, and I can't be mad about it. I have to just try and shift things around and see what works. So wish me luck. I will see you next week. Hopefully I will have a weight loss story to tell you, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.